Hello everyone and welcome to a series that we are super excited for. This is going to be called basically the Ultimate Hockey Logo March Madness style. We have 128 logos from 33 different leagues around the world. We're talking about leagues like the NHL, the AHL, KHL, right down to the SJAHL, EIHL, all around the world.
All the HLs.
All the HLs and the NLs. This is a head-to-head matchup between leagues. So you're not going to see NHL teams in round one versus NHL teams. You're going to see NHL teams versus the SHL in Sweden. This is a series that's going to encompass the entire world. It's not just about North America and the AHL and the NHL. There's so many different leagues and logos in here. We are going to go through and try and come to a consensus of who's going to win each round. The winner moves on in a March Madness style bracket all the way to the finals. 128 logos, including 4 women's logos, 3 from the CWHL and 1 from the NWHL, I believe. And it's going to be exciting. I'm so happy that we're able to be here and to do this. I think it's going to be pretty enjoyable for the viewers at home because it's not about where you live. Because eventually you'll probably see a logo from your country and you can root for it. Or maybe if you live in Switzerland, you have a favorite NHL team and maybe that NHL team is in the video, you can root for that. So this video has everything that someone can root for, kind of in a way. Does that make sense? Not really, but anyways.
And it has Joey and Brent.
And it has Joey and Brent. Brent is to my left, aka the GOAT. On my far right is Joey. Joey, thanks for coming up and visiting us. And Jason's to my right, and my name's Neil. We did not do introductions at the beginning. That's my fault. I apologize. This is obviously video 1 in the series. So we are going to do 16 matchups in this video to do the first bracket. After this video, there's going to be another one done for the next bracket, and then after that another one, and after that another one. So 4 videos just like this, releasing every single day after this. And then the 5th video will be the Ultimate Hockey Logo.
Basically the final 4.
The final 4 to conclude, or to crown a winner. So it's exciting.
And these brackets were generated randomly. Some people may ask, like, how did you determine whether to place this logo against this logo? He put it into a generator, and this is what spun out.
Completely randomly. There was one matchup that I did change. It was, I think it was an SHL team versus an SHL team in the first round. I did not want league versus league in the first round, so I just switched. So there's none of that. Okay, are we ready to actually go through?
Let's go.
And
let's hope we don't end in fisticuffs.
Exactly, because we need to make a decision. If you guys want to go one way and us two want to go another way, someone's got to come to the other side and decide.
Majority wins.
Majority wins here. Okay. So this is about the crowning the Ultimate Hockey Logo. This is important. Let's take this seriously, but also have some fun. Okay, round number 1. We have the Humboldt Broncos from the SJHL versus the Nashville Predators from the NHL. An interesting first matchup. Obviously, the lots of media attention with the Broncos and the tragedy there, and they find themselves up against a very popular logo right straight to the NHL. In round 1 we go. What are you guys thinking? It's hard because we're so saturated with NHL marketing. We've seen that logo 1,000 or 50,000 times.
But we've also been saturated with lots of warm feelings for the Humboldt Broncos after the tragedy.
We can't necessarily...
It's almost a fair fight, really.
Yeah, as far as exposure, you're probably right.
I like the blue and the gold better than the green and the yellow. I will say that.
I think that Nashville Predators logo, me personally, is one of the best sports logos ever.
And I don't know if any of you have noticed in that Nashville logo, but I've always seen like an antelope. Right by the ear, you see the blue. Looks like an antelope jumping.
Okay.
Oh,
I've seen that every time I've noticed that logo, and I can't not look at it.
Interesting. It kind of looks like a unicorn with wings.
Yeah.
You see it?
He's missing his front legs. But
no,
yeah.
I don't.
Jason sees a submarine.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking for a submarine.
I like less writing. I think I've become a fan of less writing, just generally.
I agree.
So I think I would tend to want to favor the Nashville logo over the Broncos. I love the Humboldt Broncos logo by itself, but when you're stacking it up and making it compare, in this case you're comparing it against a logo that's universally recognizable, at least in North America, but doesn't have any writing on it, doesn't need any. So I think I'd go Nashville if I was choosing.
I think because the horse has no color in it. It's just black. It's only the text really that's colored, and then like a green circle.
It's almost a missed opportunity a little bit, in a way.
So
my vote would be for Nashville.
All right, I'm gonna have to go Nashville too.
Preds.
All right. So Nashville Predators move on to round 2.
Sorry, Humboldt.
Yeah.
Now the next matchup is against the SC Lions and the Swiss NL versus the Coquitlam Express in the BCHL. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Nice.
You did. Very good. Well done.
Easy for me. So easy.
I mean, there's a lot of elements in that Coquitlam Express logo.
The skate on the train is awesome.
See, I didn't see that at first. Like right away, I was like, man, it's a pro train. Then I was like, wait a minute, there's a blade under there.
It's pro.
It looks so good. But the color combination of the Lions
This is a tough matchup.
is the most classic color, like the New York Rangers you see in there. It's generally a really nice logo.
It's almost like a white tiger.
I know we're supposed to spend a little bit of time on this, but I would personally already cast my vote for the Express.
Yeah.
Me too. I love trains, and I love that one. The other logo is good. It's very good.
It's very good.
It's very good.
So,
But,
Joe, you're with the Express as well?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
That means I don't get a vote.
Well, what would your vote have been?
I don't know. I like the Express logo. I like the colors in the left one maybe a little bit more. But overall, in terms of the logo design, it's way more creative. And
It is way more
100%.
creative,
I'm with you.
Okay, let's move on to the next round. We have the Portage Terriers in the MJHL versus the Worcester Blades.
Worcester, or well, if you were in Massachusetts, it'd be
Worcester.
Worcester, yeah, in the CWHL, and that is a women's logo, our women's team. So
this is an interesting matchup right here.
I wish I could see these on jerseys.
Yeah.
Jerseys don't matter. Can't. The Terriers logo looks very academic or college because of the T in the background, I think. What bothers me about that logo is that the T on the collar, the loop part isn't on the collar, it's outside of the collar. How is that hanging on? Do you know what I mean?
So you're having difficulty suspending your disbelief.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
Yeah.
And generally it has no hockey elements where the Blades logo does. Obviously, that team is near the Boston Bruins, which shares the colors. I prefer the CWHL, the Blades logo. That is my vote.
Me too.
You do?
I like less writing typically, and the one on the left, the Terriers, has less writing. However, in this case, it just looks too cartoony for me. The Terriers does.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like they found a picture of a terrier and put a T behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only is the logo on the right called the Blades, it actually features the blades of the stick. So it is the Blades. It's not out of place, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So I like the Blades in this case.
That's 2 votes for the Blades.
I'm going to have to go the other way.
Oh, wow, controversy.
Yeah, I don't know. The Terrier, we grew up in our family with a Terrier, so I already kind of magnetized towards that one.
That's okay. That's
that puts me
more
in
of a personal
heated
choice.
position.
This puts you in a very heated position.
I get what you're saying about the whole T thing, but
see,
I don't know.
Considering you're a Boston Bruins fan and literally wearing a Boston Bruins jersey, those
but
colors.
A lot of
how are you
teams
not
have those
pulled
color schemes. It's not just the Bruins.
I know.
And they weren't originally black and gold.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to not go with Joey. That logo, the Blades logo, looks very similar to a logo that won on our Design a Contest AHL. Okay. It was like a Spartan or a Viking with 2 sticks coming down, I believe.
Right.
So that's very similar. It's the same kind of style. So I like it. It's a good hockey logo. That just, I don't know, that dog just doesn't seem like a hockey logo to me.
Sounds like this is a 3-1 vote for the Blades, possibly.
Yeah.
I think it is. Sorry, Joey.
Sticking to my guns.
Sticking
to my guns.
Okay, the Blades move on.
Oh.
Ooh, this one's going to be a tough one. Round 4, the
Wow. Powassan
Voodoos in the NOJHL versus the Milwaukee Admirals in the AHL. This is extremely difficult.
This is going to be a heated debate, maybe not.
I think overall the colors are better in the Admirals logo. I think from a hockey perspective, there are more hockey elements in the Voodoos logo.
100%. There's like a
underneath
puck.
the logo,
There's a puck
the sticks on the plane and near the
a Canadian flag.
My question is, what does a Voodoo have to do with a jet?
They play in a. Was it this is the training where they?
There's a Canadian military jet, the CF-101, I think it was, and it was actually called the Voodoo. It was its nickname was the Voodoo, and they flew those in the 60s, probably even late 50s, into the 70s, early 80s.
Oh.
They're huge planes, very loud, do the sound barrier, the whole deal. They're massive planes, but they're loud and they're just.
But isn't there a
fantastic.
military base there? That's why they're called that.
Well,
Or near there. Isn't there?
Powassan doesn't ring a bell with me, but they might be near Trenton. Like there's
Right.
a base in Trenton, and there's other bases all across Canada that are in small towns like this. You can see the Canadian Air Force logo in behind there with the Canadian flag poking out, not unlike the Winnipeg Jets logo a little bit. You see the cross sticks and the tail of the airplane and the puck scooting out the back.
Yep.
I can't not like that. I love the Admirals logo, but
You're voting for the Voodoos?
I got to.
Okay, well, as much as you guys know I love transportation, especially aviation logos, and that has all the hockey elements in there, it's not going to get my vote. I'm going to be voting for the Milwaukee Admirals. I love that logo. It's all contained. The text is unique. The colors are incredible. He looks pissed. The A is in like a bone font at the top. That's my vote.
Yeah.
I'm torn, man.
This is a tough one. Now, if you told me that logo on the right was a baseball logo, I'd believe you.
Yes. It's almost a missed opportunity.
If you told me the
hockey
logo on the left was a baseball logo, I don't know why I'm saying left and right because maybe in the video they're going to be up and down. So I should be saying what the actual logos are. I don't know. This is tough. This is super tough.
It's very difficult.
I think if I seen the Voodoos logo on a jersey, I would really like it. I think it would look really good. I think the Admirals one would also look really good. So that was a moot point.
Just think you could have like the A and C made in bones.
All right, here's what's going to happen.
Jersey.
I'm going to go with the Voodoos, which means it's up to you to determine what happens here.
Because my last vote, wasn't it? Oh, man.
So you either go with me or you pick the Admirals and we have to have a debate.
I'm gonna have to go with the Voodoos on this one.
Yeah.
I like the Admirals logo, but
Right.
That was a
Now
tough
that it makes
matchup.
more sense
for
with
a
the
first
Voodoos.
round matchup. That was rough.
These two logos could go to the third section of the bracket.
This is like Boston and Tampa Bay playing in the first round. This just isn't right.
Exactly. I agree. All right.
This
well,
could be
I
a
guess,
coin flip.
unfortunately, the Admirals are.
That's rough because that is a nice logo.
Sorry, Milwaukee.
Like what?
oh my word!
All right. So the next matchup is the Stratford Broncos, and they play in the Alps HL, and then they are facing off against the Odessa Jackalopes of the NAHL. I already have my choice.
Jackalopes, 100%.
Jackalopes, 100%.
What does it say above the Broncos? The SSI
WSV Sturzing, SSI
Vipitino.
Vipitino.
Any idea what that is?
Italian of some kind, maybe, or
Coming back to one we
Something
did a
I
little
don't
bit earlier, this is a logo that's just black and white, and you put the text in color, basically.
I mean, this is a matchup that you'd probably see in the first round: a number 1 seed team versus a number 8 seed team. Clearly, the Jackalopes logo is.
Did you guys see
more
the eyes on the
modern.
Broncos though? The two O's.
The what?
There's two eyes in the O's that match the logo eyes
The 2 eyes. Oh, I see what you mean. And and the text.
in the text.
2
Yes.
O's in the word Broncos. Right. Yes, I did.
Not that
I did not see that.
Not that it tips the scale any,
They
but
both have sticks. They're both a circular kind of logo with font in basically the same area. Both exiting the logo kind of in the opposite direction. They're very similar logos. One is modern and one is not.
Is that like an oil field thing in the back?
Isn't it? Derek, or not a Derek.
It's an oil rig. It's a pumpa.
There's a name for it, but whatever. I like the colors of the Jackalopes as well.
Okay, so Jackalopes,
Yeah.
Jackalopes,
Yep.
Jackalopes.
I know it sounds odd. I would have voted for the Broncos mainly because I'm not into cartoony type logos. That looks like something out of Looney Tunes.
You're not wrong.
But I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Like it is so good in every other way, and they're very much the same. They both have the team name emblazoned on the logo. They both have a stick. They both are a creature. They both are very equal, except for the fact that the artwork on the Jackalope side is way better. So.
Okay.
There's not enough color in the Broncos to me.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
just
I don't
one word. All right, so the Jackalopes moves on. Okay, so the next matchup is between the Melfort Mustangs in the JHL against the Dieppe Commandos in the MHL, which I believe is the Maritime Hockey League.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dieppe.
Shout out to Dieppe. This one's an easy one for me, personally. The Mustangs
How did
logo
we have
is-
this matchup? But
Man, it's random.
I know it's random. That's just hobby robbery to those Admirals.
Yeah, Mustangs is almost a complete textual logo.
Yeah.
And I could never, in good conscience, vote for that against this beautiful Dieppe
G.I. Joe
Commandos
over
logo.
here.
So the Commandos logo is my vote.
Yep.
No problem at all.
Yep.
Would you
Clean
like
sweep.
Would you like that logo better if the words were not there? If that was the front of the jersey was just the crest and the player?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would.
But
too.
I don't think it takes away from it that much.
No. Okay.
All right. The next matchup is between the hockey club TWK Innsbruck in the EBEL, I think, versus the Brooks Bandits of the AJHL. This one's a little tough. The Brooks Bandits, not the text, but the head, I feel like I've seen that in different logos around, or very
So it was
similar logos.
Almost like a generic cowboy head. That
Yeah, I think there was a team
use.
called the LA Bandits, and I believe there's maybe an XFL team called the Bandits now that kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. The one on the left's got a shark. I freaking love sharks. Or sorry, not the left.
The up.
The Innsbruck logo has a shark, and I love sharks.
I think I would like the Innsbruck one a little bit better if it didn't have those last words on the bottom. If it was just a perfect circle.
I see what you mean. It's difficult because we don't know what some of these words mean,
Yeah.
because we don't speak that language. So I don't want that. I don't want that to influence me in my decision.
I have my decision. I'm going with the shark.
I'm also going with the shark.
That kind of surprises me.
I'm okay with the shark, but I would have chosen the Bandits.
Okay.
Same.
Oh, our first debate. We
2-2.
got a split.
I would not like to budge.
How's
That's not much of a debate.
I'm saying personally, I'm firm on the shark. So if someone like him who is
But what's your
with the
reasoning?
shark but prefers what's my reasoning?
What's your reasoning?
I think that's out of place. I think it's you have this graphic which looks good, but then I just feel like the text is like, well, where are we gonna put this text? Okay, let's just put it off to the left. And from the top of the B of Brooks to the top of the back of the top of the hat, it's just white space. It's just
I think if the text was a little bit smaller, it would have been fine because they purposely left that white space to the left of the face
Yeah.
to have something there.
it's too right heavy from a design perspective. There's nothing on the left to balance it out because the text is big enough or it's too big. If that makes sense. There's no main focus point. Is it the text or is it the graphic?
Okay, what are your pros for the Bandits over the shark?
I mean, Cowboys.
It looks good. The colors are nice. It's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. The shark one is, I don't know. It seems like it's missing something.
Shark one gives me like almost
There's
like
too much
Quebec
white
Nordiques
on it.
vibe or something. I
A
don't
little
know.
bit. It looks like the logo of a restaurant that you'd see on like a dock or something.
Well,
In
and to
San
me,
Francisco.
it looks like the logo you'd see on a package of candy cigarettes or
Candies.
or motor oil or I don't know.
Oh.
It looks
I
like
can see that.
something that's an advertising logo as opposed to a team crest. But as I said, I appreciate and actually agree with all your criticisms of the Brooks Bandits. I think that they do have missed opportunities there. But like Joey, I like the fact that it's a cowboy, which is a little more like neither one has anything to do or necessarily any direct connection with hockey. So we can't use that as a reason, right? So
But I'm with you, though. Like, I don't like that text on the bottom of the shark, that in the red.
It's.
I don't know. It
is
seems like it's out of
definitely-
place.
I dislike the text on the bottom of the shark logo more than I dislike anything on the right. I will say that.
I'm trying not to be influenced by the word die. Because obviously in English that means something different than this language, which is probably German.
That looks German, yeah.
All right, I hate to do this, but I'm flipping switches.
I'm sticking with a shark.
Joey's right. There's a part on the shark logo I don't like, and I'm okay with everything on the right, even though I like the shark logo more. If those words weren't at the bottom, like I said, and it was a perfect circle, I think I would like it better. And I'm okay with the logo on the right, so I'm going to go with the Brooks logo.
Are you sticking with the Brooks?
yep.
Brooks
All
moving
right.
on.
Brooks are moving on.
Get in this debate sometime.
Okay, the final first round matchup is against the La Orange Ice Wolves in the SJHL, and they're going to face off against the Newmarket Hurricanes in the OJHL.
I'm going to say that his front left foot looks weird.
Oh, it looks like it's completely broken.
It
on the
doesn't
wall.
look. It
Deformed.
doesn't
Yeah.
look like it's drawn right.
No, it's just hanging there.
It's like
Do that again, dude. You know what I mean? Like when I broke my ankle, that's what my foot liked when it was like hanging there.
Oh.
It's not bad. It would look great on a jersey. They both have the element of the stick in there.
I think the Newmarket one's better.
Newmarket looks like straight out of college.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It does look like a college.
The Newmarket one would 100% get my vote in this matchup.
I'm with you. Just because that's just drawn weird, I think. The foot doesn't... I don't think they hit what they were trying there.
I'm okay with Newmarket as well. It's a closer call for me because I do like the logo for L'Orange.
That one's a little bit too cartoony.
Too cartoony. And in particular, when I was younger, I read a lot of Mad Magazine, and that looks like one of the guys in Spy versus Spy to me. That's what I see when I see that guy. But anyway, I'm cool with the with Newmarket.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that I think believes 3-1 is the vote, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay. Yep. So Newmarket moves on. That is the last matchup in round 1. We're going to take a little break and reset and be back for round 2 in a second. All right, we're back for the next round, the next section of the brackets. In the first matchup, we've got the Nashville Predators of the NHL versus the Coquitlam Express of the BCHL. Tough. Very iconic Nashville Predators logo versus a pretty cool skate train.
I'm going with the skate train.
I'm also going with the skate train. I don't want to tie this up too much. My vote is for the Express.
Skate train all the way.
Ooh.
Choo-choo.
Yep.
Let's go.
A sweep of the Nashville Predators. Okay. Moving on, the Worcester Blades of the CWHL versus the
Powassan
Voodoos,
Voodoo.
Thank you, of the NOJHL.
Voodoos. Not even thinking about it.
I mean, yeah, they're not even in the same realm of design, I don't think.
I also agree. My vote is for the Voodoos.
Clear for takeoff.
All right, next matchup, the Odessa Jackalopes of the NAHL versus the Dieppe Commandos of the MHL. This one's tough.
I'm going Commandos.
My gut tells me Jackalopes.
My gut also tells me Jackalopes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Jackalope looks like he's just, like you guys say, ripped. I think he looks big.
Look at his...
That's all his
I
forearm.
know, I see that, but it just looks weird to me for some reason.
I could go either way. I mean, they're both really nice logos.
I would say the art on the Jackalopes one is probably better, but in terms of looking at a jersey, I think the one on the Commandos would look better to me.
There's lots I like about the Commandos, and for all kinds of good reasons, how they were named and everything, but I find the colors a little flat.
Yeah.
I like the Jackalopes. It really jumps out much better.
They definitely don't pop. You're right.
Yeah, I'd be okay with Jackalopes, but if you all wanted to talk me into Commandos, it wouldn't be hard to do it.
So it sounds like I'm the odd man out.
Yeah.
All right, Jackalopes are moving on. Next matchup is against the Brooks Bandits of the AJHL, and they're facing off against the Newmarket Hurricanes of the OJHL. This one is easy for me. I'm generally not a huge fan of the Brooks Bandits logo, so my vote would be the Newmarket Hurricanes.
I'm also with the Newmarket Hurricanes.
Ooh, all right. 2-0.
With this matchup, I don't know.
So you were a Brooks Bandits guy last
I was
time.
Brooks, but now that I see these two together, that text looks really out of place. So I'm going to have to go with Newmarket myself.
I guess your vote doesn't count, but let's hear it anyway.
I'm in for Newmarket as well.
All right, wow.
Yeah.
All right. So
it has nothing, like the thing on the logo, whatever it is, the thing has nothing to do with the Hurricane. Like it doesn't really match the name of the team or anything like that, but it is clearly a better logo than the Bandits. So
all right.
There I am.
Interesting. Okay, let's take a little break and reset and be back for the next matchup. All right, here we are in the final four of this side of the bracket. In the first matchup, we've got the Coquitlam Express of the BCHL versus the Powassan Voodoos of the NOJHL.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's tough.
This is
one's
a
tough.
coin flip.
Wow.
I don't know.
I just think the design, like this isn't me saying I like this one better, but I think the Express logo is just really well thought out. Like it's a train. The name says train. It's got a blade underneath of it. It's totally hockey.
I think
But that Voodoo's logo, man, is...
the Voodoos logo is more busy, I think, from far away. You got stars in there. You got multiple pucks underneath the text. The plane has a lot of shadows and elements on it.
And you have a hint of the Canadian flag, yeah. I don't know.
The train is quite clear. It doesn't need a lot for you to know what it is. But
Dude, this is tough.
two forms of transportation here.
Yeah.
Are you going to take the train or are you going to fly?
If it comes down to that, I'm flying over on the train any day. But I don't know. I'm going to go with Voodoos. I got to pick one.
I'm going to ride the rails. Let's go. I'm going for the Express.
What I hate about this particular bracket, the way it's shaken out, is there are 4 teams left altogether. My 2 favorites
Are these two?
Are these 2. And my 2 least favorites are the other 2. So this made a very difficult choice. I did a little look during one of the breaks. Powassan is fairly close to North Bay, Ontario, so I presume that the base and the Voodoos would have acted out of there back in the day, because there's still a military presence in North Bay. But wow, I love that Voodoo logo so much, and I love the idea of it so much, but I can't tear my eyes away from that train and that skate blade. That's really something. So I'm torn, guys. I wouldn't want to break. Well, I guess I won't be breaking a tie if there's only 3 of you. But
Jason, what are you feeling?
I think creatively the train one is better
Okay.
because I've never seen anything like that before.
I agree.
Personally,
Does that sounds like 3-1? Voodoos are out. It's tough.
I think
It's okay. Like, think about it.
no,
I don't want to pressure you.
I know I like it. I like how it goes into the skate. I think that's awesome.
Is that your official vote?
It's tough.
He hasn't committed yet.
I mean, it has to be. I'm with Brent. I like these 2 better than the other 2.
I agree.
So this makes this hard. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the train.
Okay. Train. Joey, you're on Voodoos.
Yeah.
oh man.
Comes down to you.
Well, if I go Voodoos, then we're
Then we're stuck in
still
luck.
at it.
That's it. That's fine.
But no, wait, I don't think the viewers.
I think they appreciate the debate.
Well, I think they do. Yeah.
I think that's the point.
I like Jason's point about the artistic creativity. There's not much creativity necessary to make the Voodoo logo. Not that that has to be a main element here, but it's a regular rendition of the Voodoo. It's a regular rendition of a puck and of a zooming puck and the Canadian flag and all that. So it's very well put together, but it's not overly stretching the imagination.
It's typically creative. Yeah. That's out of the box creative.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that argues favorably in favor of the Express. But man,
So
Like I think the Voodoo's logo is something that you could, in theory, come up with on yourself. Like just layer in a bunch of different things. So like put in a circle, put in a plane, add a bunch of pucks, add the text. Whereas the train logo, you basically have to draw that. That's not something you're going to be moving a bunch of elements into.
Correct.
So I just think it's, in terms of creativity,
yeah.
Also,
I think the train one has more.
I like it.
I don't want to get gross or anything, but the green in that Voodoo's logo kind of looks like baby poop green. Have you ever seen baby poop?
Or maybe the pilot in the plane didn't have his mask on and
That's not a puck.
started talking to Chuck and Huey.
That's a log.
All right, so train's moving on.
Train's good.
All right.
I feel bad, but train's good.
Okay, the final matchup in the Final Four is the Odessa Jackalopes of the NAHL versus the Newmarket Hurricanes of the OJHL.
I'm going minority. I'm going Newmarket.
You think that's the minority?
Yep.
I'm going Jackalopes.
I like Jackalopes.
Yeah. Jackalopes.
Minority.
This is more color to
Good
it.
call. All right, let's line up the final matchup in this.
Here we
section.
go.
The Coquitlam Express of the BCHL versus the Odessa Jackalopes of the NAHL.
To me, this is an absolute no-brainer. The train
Yeah.
every day.
100%.
Agreed.
Internally, I really want to vote for the Jackalopes.
Well, vote for it because you're still going to
But
lose.
the creativity, over the colors of the Jackalopes are amazing.
Yeah.
I like the character. You can you can form a relationship with it a little bit better and cheer for it. It's hard to cheer for an inanimate object, which is a train. But the creativity of the train logo, even though it has more text, kind of, I would vote for the train.
It has everything. It has perspective. It has creativity. It looks good. It's simple.
So this means that this is one of the finalists in this entire
This logo
bracket.
is heading to the Final Four.
No, this logo is heading to the finals of this bracket.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We
We
have a
need
whole
to-
other
now we
bracket
do
to
the
do.
other
That's
side.
right. That's right. A lot of logos in this series.
Now we can take a break and set up the other bracket. Let's do that now.
All right.
All right, in Pool 2, on the right side of the bracket, we have all kinds of awesome teams facing off against each other. And in the first matchup, we've got the Calgary Inferno, which is a women's team in the CWHL, which technically doesn't exist anymore. And they're facing off against the Evansville Thunderbolts in the SPHL. I mean, this is a tough first matchup. You have an absolutely ingenious logo in the Calgary Inferno. It's got the outline of the province of Alberta in the O. It's got the elements of the Calgary Flames logo on the left-hand side with the hair, and that kind of flow, like it looks like hair, but it is the Calgary Flames logo, like the flame part. They're called the Inferno, which obviously has to do with flames or fire, whatever. The colors are awesome. It looks angry. It's got a hockey element in there with the stick. It's unbelievable. But on the other side, the Thunderbolts logo, the text is completely unique, and it's got dimension with shading. It's got a plane. It's got an old school kind of half-dead guy kind of in the socket there. It's all contained in the shield.
I don't know
Both
if
of these
he's
logos are
dead.
amazing. Is anyone leaning one way or the other?
100%.
I am also leaning.
Me too. 100% lean.
Inferno.
What?
I was gonna go with Thunderbolts.
What are you going with?
Inferno.
100% Inferno.
Inferno, because it's feminine and
That
it's
is one of
badass.
the best logos I think I've ever seen.
That is amazing.
I don't want to say anything too quickly here, but that could win this competition.
That's a very
That's
good logo. Joey's
awesome.
like, what?
It's okay. So Inferno's moving on. Thunderbolts, even though it's an incredible logo.
Oh,
Next matchup, the
Yunost Minsk.
in the Russian MHL versus the Charlottetown
Charlottetown
Islanders,
Islanders.
of the QMJHL.
Man, what a matchup.
I know. I prefer the logos of the Russian one. I prefer the elements within it as well with the bear. He looks
That's
awesome.
a good looking bear.
yeah.
It's a good looking bear. It's a simple logo. It's the typical shield that we see a lot. You live in PEI. I've spent the majority of my adult life in PEI, so we were a bit biased towards the Islanders.
I drove across that bridge yesterday.
Literally yesterday, yeah. Probably
And-
almost like to the
Yeah.
to the hour, but
I'm very attached to the Islanders logo. I see it all the time. I work in the town where the team is based, and I really, really liked the logo when they changed it to this one. I really, really liked it. So I guess I have a bit of a bias here. The other logo, though, that bear is,
it's just a bear. At the end of the day, it's kind of just a bear.
yeah, it's a bear. He's got his mouth open. He's coming for you.
Just a bear, just a bridge.
But the bridge has to do with the island.
Yeah.
You don't think there's crazy bears in Russia?
Why isn't there a bridge on there then?
Good point.
It's just an animal.
See, I've seen the Islanders jersey in real life, and I actually like it. It's a nice looking jersey.
It is a nice looking
Yeah.
jersey. It's tough. I personally don't like the colors of the Islanders logo. I do really like the logo itself.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was some color behind the bridge or something, just so there's not any white space. I prefer the Russian logo, and unfortunately, to my fellow Islanders out there, I am going to vote for the Russian Minsk logo.
Where you going with Joey?
I gotta go Islanders.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I didn't think you were gonna pick
I didn't
that.
think-
Yeah, no, I was. I mean,
Alright.
some of the Bruins past Bears haven't looked that good, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
You're
know.
right.
Slight edge to the Islanders on this one for me.
Yeah. Me
Okay.
too.
You going Islanders?
I think so.
Ooh.
Yep.
Comes down to Jason.
See, I was gonna go with the bear,
Okay.
but you were just like, it's just a bear, and then I was like, you got that right. It is just a bear.
How many bears have we seen on logos?
The bear,
That's it.
the bear to that team, I don't think means as much as the bridge to the Islanders team, because
I-
that bridge is like an iconic bridge worldwide.
That's a very good point.
I'm going with the Islanders logo,
Ooh.
even though I like
Right.
the design of the bear.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a better crest to me.
I will say I believe I've seen a bear almost exactly like that in a different logo. Not saying it's stolen, I'm just saying it looks very familiar. So, okay. The next matchup is against the Freiburg Gottrun. I apologize if I'm
Gottrun, yeah.
pronouncing that incorrectly. From the Swiss NLA versus the Thomas
Sadok Tigers?
Sabor
Or
Tigers?
Sabor Tigers?
Tigers, and they're from the DEL, which I believe is the German league. Guys,
Yeah.
how are we feeling about this?
Dragons all day.
That almost looks like the Montreal Canadiens logo.
That's what. Yeah,
That's what I like about it. I love that.
That's what I don't like about it.
I know. I can't vote for it because it's taken.
But
That tiger looks messed up.
that's
to
what
me.
I mean. When you look at the dragon and the tiger, clearly the dragon is better than that tiger. That looks like a kitten.
I'll tell you one thing: if I owned a team, I wouldn't selfishly put my signature on the logo.
I know that's throwing me off big
So
time.
just based on that, I'm going to vote for the Dragon.
I'm going with the dragon.
Dragon.
All right, Dragon
Easy
moving
matchup.
on. Next up, we've got the
Oh.
Colorado Avalanche of the NHL versus the Toronto Patriots of the OJHL.
Do you think it's weird they have Junior A on the logo?
I don't think so. Maybe because there's no other team called the Patriots with that exact logo that they're just stealing, or not stealing, but using and then putting Junior A in the bottom. But I believe this is a unique logo to them. So
That text in Patriots is awfully similar to the ones we had in high school because we were the Patriots at my school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I love that the negative space of the P is a maple leaf. That's pretty cool.
I remember when the Colorado Avalanche logo came out, and I loved it when they were a new team.
Now you don't?
No, I still do.
Oh.
And I'm just wondering if because I'm used to it now, if that takes away from it a little bit. Whereas this one here, I'm seeing for the first time.
You're so used to seeing
I just
that.
remember knowing that when that logo came out, I loved it.
It's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's a throwback to the
colors are better.
Colorado Rockies one because you got the same shape almost. The A for Avalanche. The snow kind of wraps around with the puck. I mean, the colors are awesome.
So you're going Avalanche?
It's an unbelievable logo.
I'm going Avalanche too.
Me too. I think the Patriots. It looks old.
It is old.
It looks 1951.
It's a little busy with him too. There's lots of shading and light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like his pose though. He's kind of.
His stick is. He needs to shave that stick off and.
Yeah, he's got an extra
On the
long
heel
blade.
there.
That's an illegal blade right there. I call for a stick measurement on
That's
that
right.
guy.
Okay, next matchup
Oh,
is the
boy.
San Jose Sharks of the NHL versus the Luleå ice hockey club
That-
from the
So what
SHL.
is that animal? on the
Polar
right?
bear. It looks like a polar bear.
I think it's a bear. I think it's probably.
It looks messed up to me.
He's got lots of chins. He's
Yeah.
an obese polar bear.
Yeah.
That's because he eats a lot. Because he wins all the time.
This is San Jose all day for me.
Me too.
What
I
if
really
he,
like the Luleå logo, but the San Jose Sharks logo is unbelievable.
Anybody know what the markings are underneath the polar bear? Like the black.
It just looks like
Is that just a-
snow or something, or looks like a snowflake. Obviously, it's not, but
Someone's gonna put in the comments what those are.
It could be like number of championships or something. They might have
Oh.
one of those for each time
That's
they've
true.
won something because that's a frequent thing in some logos. So
yep.
I mean, the Islanders have those.
You know what's amazing? I did not plan to wear this jersey for this specific video, but I have a Luleå hat and a Luleå jersey here. I should have wore it for this video.
So San Jose.
Sharks.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to say Sharks as well. Although someone kindly sent a Luleå coffee mug that I drink out of, and I see the logo basically every day when I open my cupboard, and I'm getting very accustomed to it, and I quite like it. But in this case, between these two, it has to be the Sharks.
All right.
Oh boy.
The next matchup is the McKellian Jurkrit
Michelin.
in the SM Liga versus the Sheffield Steelers of the EIHL. So we got a Finnish Viking.
These are like completely
Yeah.
different from each other.
Yeah, totally different.
The shading on the Viking looks weird
You
with
could-
the eyes. It looks like one eye's higher than the other.
Yeah, I see that. You
Oh.
can make arguments for both. I think the Steelers logo is more creative.
The iron beam with the Steelers in it. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
I also like the colors of both, to be honest.
So is he wearing like a welding mask? Is that what that's?
Yeah. Yeah. But it almost looks like he's wearing armor too. Like that's like a
He's ripped.
yeah. He's ripped. It's
Yeah.
got dimension. This one at the end of the day, that's just a head.
Yeah, I don't necessarily love the Steelers one, but I don't really like the one with just the head. You're right.
It's
It,
nice.
seems,
It's
it
nice,
seems like
though.
some elements from the left side of the face are missing from the right side of the face.
I personally kind of like the lark the light and dark side, like almost good and bad in a way or something. But I'm voting for the Steelers.
I think I am too. The Steelers have some creativity there. The other logo, I think, would look better on a jersey, especially from a distance. The Steelers, you have to read it, you have to get close to it and read it. But when you do read it, I think it wins. It's a really good looking logo. So I'm cool with the Steelers.
Okay.
Okay, Steelers moving on.
Okay, next up is the Drumheller Dragons of the AJHL versus the Bloomington Thunder of the USHL. We got another train logo here, everyone. Are two train logos going to meet in the finals of this? This one's tough.
This one's not that tough for me.
Really?
Not too
Yeah.
tough for me.
See,
Same.
That dragon looks awesome.
the dragon it doesn't look like fire. It looks like a giant booger coming
Yeah.
out.
You're right.
Fire doesn't come out as a smooth stream and turn around and then start firing.
It looks quite viscous.
It's like a tendril is hanging out of his nose and the tendril is on fire.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
That's a sick looking train.
The colors are great too.
And the text is in the shape of a cow guard, what are they called?
Cowcatcher.
Right in the front of the train.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's got
Cowpusher or whatever.
Yeah.
The font is unique in the Dragons though, but
the Dragons one is more hockey for sure. Like if you showed me the logo on the right and asked me what that was from, it could be from anything.
You don't see the hockey stick in the train there?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Nope, I did not see that. There we go. That's subtle. I like it.
Yeah, I would also vote for the Bloomington Thunder.
Me too. The Dragons logo looks like it should be on a big sign in front of a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, yes.
It has a very Chinese restaurant menu look to me.
Also,
the word.
Underneath the word Dragons, the Junior A hockey font, and that it's just black. It's just like they just threw it on there last minute or something. So.
Yeah.
Okay, the next matchup is the Nottingham Panthers of the EIHL versus the
Mestis.
The Roki and the Mestis, which I believe is the second league in Finland. It's just an easy one for me. I don't know about you guys, but my vote is for the Panthers.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like either one of them.
Me neither.
Really? I like the Panthers. He's ripping right out, like he's ready.
The Panthers
to score.
one looks like something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all I can think of when I see that.
He's being birthed. Is that what you're saying?
Well, birthed out of a different end.
Oh.
Just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, the old Black Panther.
Anyway,
kind of like Ace
so
Ventura.
just because of that, I'm going to be the odd man out and I'm going to go with the Roki.
I'm going to go Roki too.
Oh, come on.
I really,
Guys.
I can't help myself.
What are you talking about? Look at the helmet.
No, that Panthers.
1740. Come on.
But that Panther's like, what? You can't unsee it.
No.
You can't unsee it. He's
Coming out of the darkness. He's going to own everyone and score goals and fight. He's pissed.
like, I can be talked over, but just out of the gate.
That looks... Okay, no offense to the Rockies logo.
I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you ever have to use the bathroom and it hurts really bad, that's what your butt is making. It's trying to come out and it's painful. And I can't help it, but that's what that logo looks like. So it has to be Roki. If I had a golden buzzer, I would hit the golden buzzer right now.
Oh my
Okay,
word.
Joey, what are you feeling?
I was going with Panthers until I saw that
Oh,
visual.
really?
So I got to go with Roki now. That's all I can see.
No,
That's all I can see.
The Panthers are
this
out.
is not
Panthers are out.
highly disappointing.
Thanks, Jason.
Dang.
So that's it.
That
We
was
got to
a bullet
reset.
there.
That is all for this bracket. We will reset and move on to the next section. All right, here we are. Moved on to the next section of this bracket. In the first matchup, we've got the Calgary Inferno of the CWHL versus the Charlottetown Islanders of the QMJHL.
This is where Charlottetown burns.
This is where the bridge falls. The Calgary Inferno, in my opinion, is just it's beyond.
Yeah.
Like it's in a different league, literally and figuratively. My vote's for the Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
all the way.
Okay, that was easy. Let's
Sorry,
move on.
Islanders. Sorry.
Next up, we've got the Freiburg Gottrun and the Swiss NLA versus the Colorado Avalanche of the NHL. This almost looks like the Montreal Canadiens versus the Avalanche with that FG thing in there. Avalanche.
Yep.
100%. It's just way more well done.
Yeah.
All right, that was easy too. Next up is the San Jose Sharks of the NHL versus the Sheffield Steelers of the EIHL. Similar color schemes, a little bit.
When we went into this, I was thinking like I'm gonna try not to let an NHL logo win this thing because I want to see some other ones do well. But for me personally, the Shark logo is just better.
I agree. The triangle represents the Bay Area. It obviously represents the Sharks off the coast of California. It's got a hockey stick in there. They both do, but this one is being crushed in half. There's more dimension to it.
Yeah.
I prefer the Sharks logo. That is my vote.
Sharks for me.
All right. So since it won't matter, I vote for Sheffield.
There you go.
Yeah. there.
Get some brownie points.
Heritage.
Yep.
The next matchup is the Bloomington Thunder of the USHL versus the Roki in the Mississippi in Finland.
You nailed that.
Guys, if you vote for Roki in this round, you're fired. Just kidding. You can vote for whoever you want.
I've seen urinals that had the Roki top in the urinal.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it, like
It looks like a chef hat or something.
or an air filter or something. Like as much as I voted for the Roki to get it this far over the other one,
This is where it ends.
this is the end of the road for the Roki, and that train logo is just outstanding.
It's well done.
I agree. I'm also
Yeah.
voting for the trade.
Totally.
All right. Well, that ends up this matchup. That was quick. Let's reset and move on. Okay. We're on to the next part of the bracket. We've got the Calgary Inferno of the CWHL versus the Colorado Avalanche of the NHL. This is very difficult.
This is not difficult to me.
It's more difficult than any other matchup that the Inferno's been in.
It is, but
Agree?
it's to me,
It's
it's
still the
still
Inferno.
it still clobbers it to me.
Yep.
I agree.
Like it's like a feminine logo, but it's like a strong logo. Like I don't even know how to describe it.
There's so
it's-
many elements.
It's perfect.
It is literally perfect.
It's very well done.
Love it.
Yeah.
Joey?
Yep. Agreed.
Wow. That's another NHL logo eliminated. All right, so the next matchup is the San Jose Sharks of the NHL versus the Bloomington Thunder of the USHL.
Oh
This
boy.
one's extremely difficult.
Yep.
I'm trying not to be too biased towards my opinion of San Jose since they are my second favorite team, and that is legitimately one of my favorite logos.
I'm not gonna lie, I like that train logo.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I was leaning towards the Thunder myself.
I'm voting for San Jose.
Well, you are losing.
3-1.
San Jose.
You're down. You're gone.
Unbelievable. That's a shame. All right, we're off to the finals in pool number 2. We've got the Calgary Inferno of the CWHL versus the Bloomington Thunder of the USHL.
I will say this for a final two. This is a decent final two. They're both really well done
They're
logos.
incredible. Yeah, I mean, we're almost close to a train versus train actual finals in pool 1 and pool 2 together. But my vote is for the Inferno.
100%.
Totally. I love that train, but
But
I'm going with the train on this one. I'll be the odd one out.
So
also, I'd like to point out that the Inferno logo looks very similar to the Calgary Hitman logo. So they all kind of share the same elements.
that's true. It does.
Just a little hint, you may see the Calgary Hitman
Yeah.
logo coming up in a future part of
The
the series.
mask part is
Exactly.
featured in the Hitman.
So the
yeah.
fact that it also incorporates the Calgary logo and the Hitman's logo, because this was designed after the Hitman's logo, is unbelievable.
I was already voting for that, but now I want to vote twice.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right, Inferno off to the finals. All right, guys, we're at the finals in this bracket. It took us a while to get here, but we're here. We've got the Calgary Inferno of the CWHL versus the Coquitlam Express of the BCHL. The winner of this matchup moves on to the Final Four. Are you ready to vote?
I think so.
this is tough, man. No, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Joey,
Yep.
my vote is for the Calgary Inferno.
Me too.
It has to be.
I think another train just went down.
It's not safe from the tracks.
Well,
Yeah.
there you have it, guys. We've concluded that the winner of this pool, between Pool 1 and Pool 2, is the Calgary Inferno of the CWHL. They will go on to the Final Four to face off against the winner of Pool 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. In
How it goes.
5th video. Thanks. So what we'll do, next up is going to be Pool 3 and 4 and so on until everything's done. And then we're going to have a final video where the Final Four face off. And that will be the last video in this series. He's losing it. It was a funny joke, but
Oh, it was good.
I don't know if it's...
No, it was really good.
All right. Brent, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Excited to see you in the next video. Joey, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Jason, thanks for always being here. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for watching at home. We really appreciate you coming back or coming to see this series. Hope you're excited for it. Hope you're ready for the rest of the videos in this series. We're really excited to make them. So hit the subscribe button down below. Check out future or past videos on this channel and future videos coming up real soon. So thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you in Pool 3 and 4 soon. Adios.
Classic outro.
Oh.